You looking for something?
Oh, you scared me. Why aren't you asleep?
For the same reason you're not, I suppose.
I guess you heard about the boy.
I did. You know, word travels fast in this town. How long has he been out there?
6 years.
6 years? Nobody can survive in that forest for 6 years.
I sought out the script because I was really excited because Pete's Dragon is one of my favorite childhood films, and I thought it was beautiful, and I was really amazed with the kind of perspective on the story, that it's not that this version of Pete's Dragon is not stepping on the memories of the original Pete's Dragon.
Pete, is Elliot your imaginary friend?
What's imaginary?
Well, it's where you make someone up in your head so that you have someone to talk to. It keeps you from being lonely.
I mean, this is really ultimately, at its heart, the story of an orphan who finds a family. And his journey to finding a family is magical and unique, definitely different, and unexpected and extraordinarily poignant. And for me, Grace, for my character, it's I would say it's her journey as well to find a family. It's her journey in finding a child, and kind of her own child, her own version of who she was as a child, and reconnecting with that again. And that was something that David and I talked a lot about, just this idea of what does it take to find a family? What does it take to find your home? What does it take to feel at home? And what does that look like?
He says he wasn't alone.
He drew this?
He says it's his friend from the forest. And it reminded me of...
I know what it reminded you of. That one?
Getting the chance to work with Robert Redford is nothing short of an honor, and is incredibly meaningful to me. And then just, you know, him as a guy. He's just such a cool, lovely, hardworking, smart, generous, open, beautiful man. As an actor, you don't feel out of the loop. You know, you don't feel that you need to kind of just show up and perform something and hope that it's what the director was envisioning. I mean, I really, in those conversations that David has brought me into, I felt a sense of ownership over this character, and he's permitted me a chance to be really open as to my thoughts as to, you know, might this show this, might that show that, you know, could we add in those various colors? Is that okay with you? And he's been so cool with that, and that's always really fun, because, you know, ultimately then it becomes a collaboration, and that is what filmmaking is. I mean, it's a collaboration, and he's been an awesome director.
That's a dragon.
The beginning of this film is really this boy, Pete, stumbling into, because of tragedy, this dragon's life. And he names the dragon Elliot because he has a little book that he had in the back of the car with him. And Elliot is a character in the book who's lost. It's a lost puppy. And so he names him Elliot, and they take care of each other. Pete really feels like it's his responsibility to take care of Elliot, that he's almost like a parent to Elliot, and that he, you know, he's got to be there for him. And then Elliot, of course, is there for Pete in every sense of the word. So they create this kind of life together, and there's this extraordinary tree fort that they build together, and Pete grows, and you see him becoming more and more feral, and he's got kind of wild long hair, and out of his backpack he's created a belt, and he's got, he sort of looks like this like little Tarzan child.